Thomas à Kempis, take not pleasure in thy natural gifts or wit, lest thereby thou displease God, to whom appertaineth all the good whatsoever thou hast by nature. Now, when he says pleasure, take not pleasure in them, he doesn't mean enjoyment, but conceit or vanity. There's no harm in enjoying our natural gifts. In fact, we should enjoy them, whether physical, mental, or spiritual. But to be conceited about them is absurd, because everything we have has been given by God. How can we possibly fall for the absurdity of being proud? Yet it must be the most common mistake that we make. We owe all our gifts to God, and our conceitedness is not only absurd, it displeases him. Imagine my being given a nice pair of socks for my birthday, and I make a special point of wearing my trousers short in order to show them off. We would laugh, but it's no more absurd than somebody who is proud of, say, a straight nose or blue eyes or flowing hair, or the conceit of a person who is clever or can speak well or understand quantum physics. Why is it so common a failing in people? The reason must be found in the enemy of mankind. He relishes the opportunity to make man ridiculous, because mankind is made in the image of God. Mocking mankind is the only avenue left to Satan to get at God. Wherever you see a man or woman looking foolish, dressed absurdly, or acting grotesquely, Satan is sure to be behind it. Even the pompous goose-stepping of the totalitarian regimes and the strutting of their leaders is a satanic mockery of humanity. The self-importance of today's many globalist organizations is a fairground show to Satan. The demons come and throw balls at the image of God in them. Foolish conceit and delusions of grandeur in human beings is a dream come true for the demons. But it gets worse. The direst effects of a person's conceit is that the attitude displeases God, and, as we've said, exposes God himself to ridicule, especially if the conceited person is also a confessing Christian. Satan will allow this person to parade in public as a typical Christian, hoping thereby to give Christianity a bad name. Even if my conceit was to please all the world and gain admirers but displease God, I should see it as a curse. Better by far to please God and displease the world, the fickle world that lauds us today and ignores us tomorrow. Not so God. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22. But a word of warning. Natural gifts are not to be denied. We may say, oh, I'm not good at that. I can't do anything worthwhile. I'm very humble. In fact, that can be a type of inverted boasting. See how humble I am. It was C.S. Lewis who said that humility was not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. The person who confesses that he's no good is still thinking of himself. My attitude to my gifts and attributes should be grateful acknowledgement to God and the enjoyment of refining those gifts. In other words, every gift I have brings with it responsibility. Somehow I've got to polish the gifts so that they become useful tools to serve and help others, not myself. If I have the power of speech, but have a tendency to offend unnecessarily, then I must work hard at eliminating that blot in my character. Our gifts are like raw materials. We must machine them into a useful tool, or a gemstone half encased in the worthless rock that we must break loose and polish until it shines, all for the service of others and the glory of God. He wants to make us a blessing to others and has gifted us for this very purpose. Now, why doesn't God give us the finished article, nicely packaged with factory settings? Because he wants children who work together with him. He wants our fellowship. It even says that Jesus himself was perfected by the things which he suffered. Hebrews 5:9. How much more then we, who need much more perfecting through fellowship with God. Acknowledge your natural gifts. Be thankful for them. And recognize how all your experiences in life, particularly those difficult and painful ones, have been engineered by God to help you to refine your gifts so that they serve others, not yourself. God is shaping you to be a blessing to others, and he achieves it through afflictions. It's not just doing the right thing, but doing the right thing in the right way, with respect, consideration, understanding, and a generous spirit. May God help us to recognize our gifts, to cooperate with God in refining them, and to be always ready to do the right thing in our service and to do it in the right way.